Good morning, welcome back to Casa TexPina. We're on build day number 124. It's Saturday, that means payday for these guys. It's a happy day. Everybody's here on site this morning. We've got our carpenters up here in the front continuing with the wall cladding, as well as Mr. Jojo, our other carpenter over there on the far side, continuing to work the entry arches. Up on top we've got our welders in place. They're working the fabrication of the steel floor framing for the attic floor area. In the back we've got two gentlemen pouring concrete into the garage bedroom. And what else we got? Oh, lots of plaster coating going on in the master bedroom. I believe we've got three or four guys doing actual plaster coating and two guys just sitting there mixing mortar to make sure they have enough to keep going throughout the day. So they're going to continue that area all day today. I'm going to do something a little different for my intro. Our site, our channel has grown tremendously this week, and a lot of new subscribers and a lot of new comments on it. So we're very appreciative, very thankful. It's funny actually to tell you, because Emmy and I are both fairly private people. So this whole vlogging thing is way outside of our wheelhouse. Me myself, I'm actually a very introverted type person. So talking like this non-stop is definitely not me. Yeah, definitely not me. So what I wanted to do was make sure that I got all the new folks that let us know, that commented in, and also let us know where they're from. But I'm going to split it in half. I'm going to do half this morning and half this afternoon, because we do have plenty. So let me get this right and back it up here. Pardon me. All right, let me check my list here. Like I said, it's a very long list. Okay, let's start from the top. I'm going to go about halfway through this list of folks here. Patrick O'Brien from Ireland. Thank you, brother, for checking in. Lots of good comments. Lorenzo Abelana from Cebu City. Subotai from here nearby in Angeles City. Josephine Ritchie from New Zealand. James Vios from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And then we've got several people coming in from the States. Excuse me. Charles Hill from Alabama. Oski Stanislao from Arizona. Nathan Gagui from San Francisco, California. I'll catch the rest of these later. I also wanted to make a mention. We had two firsts happen to us yesterday. I'm going to tell you one this morning and save the other one for this afternoon. Yesterday during lunch, we had our first meeting with one of our subscribers. Totally happenstance, out of the blue. It just really caught us off guard. It was nice, it's refreshing, it's cool, but it was like, wow, we weren't expecting this. Emmy and I went to lunch. We went to the VFW, and they've got a restaurant there that we frequent fairly often. And one of the guys walks in, started walking back to the back like he was going to go check his mail, and he stopped. He turned and looked at us. He was like, "Hey, y'all are Casa TexPina. Hey, how you doing?" We did the bump knucks and kept on going. So that was really nice to have happen. Nitty Angeles, good to meet you, brother. Nice in person. So the rest of these I'm going to catch later. I've got a long list, and we appreciate, Emmy and I both appreciate everybody subscribing in, sharing this with your friends, and making all the great comments. Without further ado, we're going to get to work and watch these guys get started. All right, we're going to get started here on the front of the house. Mr. Alex and Mr. Allen are up here putting in the wall cladding, the fiber cement board. Mr. Alex is assisting here, making sure all the cuts are right. They've got them already pre-marked, and they're going to continue working this wall on the rest of the way up. And we'll have to watch and see where they go after that. I keep making predictions. My predictions are off, so Miss Emie said, stop assuming you know what they're doing. Funny. So up here on the front, Mr. Jojo and Mr. Gabby are continuing to work the rendering for the entry arches, and something new, Mr. Ben, just inside the main doorway here, is starting to work the hollow block. So we're going to put the rest of the doorway in up here on the top this morning. The site foreman, Mr. Marlin, did the initial start of it here in the corners with the concrete and mortar yesterday afternoon. I did not catch that on video, but you see the final results, and Mr. Ben is going to continue that operation this morning. All right, back here on the southwest corner of the fence line, Mr. Joel and Mr. Romy in the back are continuing with the plaster coating here on the fence wall. Over here in the garage area, our gentlemen this is a big mix of mortar, so they're helping those guys with the mortar mix, and a couple of other guys are working the flooring here in the garage bedroom, and I believe they're also starting to work on the flooring that's in the hallway half bath as well. All right, yes, they are going to get started in here as well. This is inside the hallway half bath. They're going to remove all the excess slag from the concrete and mortar mix, and then start working this for tamping, rebar, and aggregate for the G1 gravel. All right, so we'll let them get started on this, and they'll probably pour all that concrete a little bit later today. As I mentioned earlier, from the outside, Mr. Ben is continuing with the hollow block wall above the main door entrance, and Mr. Jojo is assisting on the other side. Okay, back here in the main master bedroom, Mr. Jericho is getting ready to do the plaster coating on the underside, on the back side of this door. Just ask them to pass through first. So they're chipping away, make sure it's all good, it's level and flat, and he's going to start plaster coating this the same way he did the other one yesterday. Inside the water closet, Mr. Chucks is finishing putting in the conduit and switches for that area, because we have a light switch and a power outlet for the electric bidet. All right, Mr. Willie and crew are getting started working on the plaster coating here. Team Casa TexPina. Aha, father-son duo. And then all our welders. And they're starting to work the flooring here going across. We've got the beams up on both sides. Okay, well, the hollow block above the doorway has been completed. So we've got two here, 2 rows of hollow block just above the doorway. Should be a good fit. As Mr. Chucks here is working on the conduit, going from the outlet for the bidet through to the light switch, and then it's going to be a home run from there. More plaster coating continuing here in the master bedroom in Casa TexPina. And up here above, we're starting to see the floor joists being built. So the steel framing for the floor. Pass through. Additional plaster coating by a doorway. Mr. Jojo is up here putting the plaster coating on the front porch. We're going to leave that rough finish on it, because we're going to come back and finish this a different way than just paint. So this is going to be done a little bit different. Okay, let's go ahead and take a front and work out here in the front. Mr. Allen is still continuing to work the wall cladding up along the side here. A little bit at a time. All right, so looking out into the attic from the media room, you see Mr. Joseph here on the top of the scaffolding. He's starting to put in the floor joist. All right, now Mr. Joseph is going back behind and putting in the cross bracing. So these will look just like the web trusses that you see up here for the roof line, the roof trusses. So we're going to use them for floor joist. And keep an eye on Mr. Joseph here. He's at a carpenter square. So every time he gets ready to put another upright, he's checking it to make sure that it's perpendicular. Want to make sure it's straight up and down. Watch this process here. Put the bar in place. And before he does the top, he's going to use this square, make sure that it's straight. Once it's straight, tack welds the top. On to the next. Oh, Mr. Red Horse up here has got the fun job being on top of the building. Doing the plaster coating on the outside of the dormer window. See, this is what happens your first day back from a bad hangover. All fun. Somebody's got to do it. Alright, so this afternoon we got the garage bedroom floor poured. So that got done this afternoon. They also finished pouring the floor in the hallway half bath. Right back over here. That was not a hallway I just went through, by the way. So this is all done. Already broom finished. And this is sunken. It's supposed to be 2 inches lower than the normal ground out here. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here on this side. Miss Emie. Okay, Jojo finished the wall here, where he did go to a smooth finish, which tells me they're going to end up painting this section. So that'll be painted going into the wall or going into the door. And they also rendered the outside of the third archway. So all 3 archways are rendered on the exterior portion. Yeah, precast coming, Kailan. Okay, so he said the precast is coming, we just don't have a definitive timeline yet. And over here, Mr. Alex has been steadily helping Mr. Allen cutting the fiber cement board, get it all into place. And we're working our way along the Jack and Jill now. Mr. Jojo over here is getting started for the stone cladding that's going to cover everything on this wall with the exception of this bay window section. Okay, let's go ahead and go inside the master bedroom and take a look at what they're doing in there. Mr. Jericho is working on the doorway on the inside, so he's cornering around the door frame now. And that'll be the last thing he works on there. These gentlemen here are continuing to work the plaster coating on this wall for the master bedroom. So they're getting ready to do now is what they're getting ready to do is the smooth coat finish. So they got the rough coat on it here, then they're going to go back and start smoothing it over. Okay, up here where you see all the fireworks dropping, Mr. Joseph, Mr. Mavic, and Mr. Dande are continuing the extension of the floor joists all the way across. So starting here, working this way, it's going to go all the way across the other side of the master closet. And that's it in this section. And coming up the top of the stairways into the media room, Spider-Man is still working on the painting. Mr. Jonah from the welding crew. And Mr. Red Horse over here is still going strong. Like Red Horse, right? Extra strong. So he's working on the plaster coat on the outside of the dormer window. All right. And this is the look of the girts or floor joists, and they're going to continue the one that they're working on next week all the way over to the far edge of the master closet over there. All right, guys, you know what time it is? Yabba dabba doo time. You guys are wrapping up. It's the end of payday Saturday. We have gotten so much accomplished this week. The welders have finished with the roof. The roof. So we've gotten all the purlins on. We've gotten all the trusses done. All the hidden gutter brackets are done. The tinsmith was out yesterday and measured everything. They're going to go by the engineers either today or Monday and finalize the computations to figure out how much sheet metal they're actually going to require to get this done. and then it'll get ordered. We should be starting within 2 to 3 weeks. I'm hoping for the 2. I'll be okay with the 3. That'd be great to have it started by the end of the month. Wow. Other accomplishments. Just before I hit the record button, we hit number 600 on the subscribers. Woohoo! 600. We're growing a lot this week. This time last week, July 31st, so that was last Friday, we had just hit 400 subscribers. In 1 week, we've jumped 200 subscribers. Thank you guys. Much, much, much appreciated. And that brings me to the next thing that I need to do, which is complete the shout outs for Shout Out Saturday from this morning. Give me a moment and get all set up here. All right, what do we got? Continuing where we left off this morning, from California, Lorna Reno, Daryl from Louisiana, Pernell D'Souza from New Jersey via Cotabato via Jamaica. You're a globetrotter, brother. Joel Janelsa from Las Vegas, Nevada. Dennis Chang from, let me get this right, Texas says their name's really weird, so this is Salina, Texas, up north of Dallas. Lyndon Parangao from Dallas, Texas area as well. And Amos Snow from Texas. A lot of Texas guys, I like it. Casa TexPina, you getting the Texas connection. Also this week, Emie and I had our first experience, was with a fellow vlogger that featured our video in the background while they were doing their own show. Emie and I looked at each other, we smiled from ear to ear, and we were like, hey, look at that, that's us. It was great. So to Mike and Gurley, thanks, brother. Biba. For everybody else, if y'all liked today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, give us a big, hit the big subscribe button right over here that says Casa TexPina, and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen, and you'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again on Monday for build day number 125 with over 600 subscribers, y'all have a great weekend, and God bless.